Any supervisor with a nonprofit or for-profit organization, yeah, who has reasonable cause to believe that a child has suffered abuse or neglect, yes, caused by a person over whom he or she regularly exercises supervisory authority, yes, provided that the person alleged to have caused the abuse or neglect is employed by, contracted by, or volunteers with the organization, coaches, trains, educates, or counsels a child or children, yes. Now, I'm really looking for that money today, yes. And I noticed that my sons were in a video that Microsoft made. Now, I would say that it's abuse to adults, yes, that can be emancipated from 16 to 18 years old, oh, to violate not only their due process rights when issuing protection orders, yes, but their rights of emancipation of being able to be adults, yes, though they're not 18 years old, they have similar rights as adults. Right, right, right. Now, I was looking at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and I realized the trustee, William H. Gates, public knowledge, yeah. mhm. Does your organization know of the support of the Brennan School District, yes, or the Quilcene School District, since you're Microsoft right now? Because I'm wanting all of the assets of the Gates family, yes, not just Bill and Melinda, their individual assets, yes, but I'm wanting the assets of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, yes, and then I'm wanting the assets of William H. Gates, the trustee, yes, of the foundation, and their contributions to any knowledge of child abuse or neglect, yes. Now, let's say I investigated you, Bill and Melinda, and I found out that you contributed any funds, yes, to Sandra Taylor, Doug Taylor, Steve Ballmer, oh, Wayne Condit, yes, Laurel Ann Argyle, or any of my relatives, yes, to not only violate my rights, yes, but to violate my parenting rights, because of the expiration date, and then violate the rights of my sons to emancipate themselves from the custody of their mother. Yes. Now, there's multiple lawsuits here. And William H. Gates, having been an attorney for a very, very long time, K&L Gates, did any of the employees of K&L Gates get an email from me? Yes. Documenting forgery and fraud, conspiracy and hate crimes. Now, this William H. Gates, that happens to be the signature of the officer or the trustee of the William, yeah. I'm going to want to know all your assets. And then if you have in any way violated my privacy because you had to know what I was going to say, yes, I'm going to want to sue you for doing that. Now, I know that these technologically advanced families, if you have this phone, yes, and you just didn't want to take the time to go through the link that I provide in the emails, yes, to get the actual documentation. Mhm. Any time that you violated my personal privacy, the privacy of my family, I'm going to sue you for that. Now, I know you're multi-billionaires. You're like the second wealthiest family in the world. Yes. But I'm really serious about getting all of your assets, not just some of them, all of them. So I'm going to want to have you investigate it right now. Did Bill and Melinda Gates violate any of my privacy? Yes. That can be identified. Yep. And William H. Gates, I own your assets. Now, there's the 2017 990 of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yes. I noticed that you spent about $5 billion over the last year. And I have no problem with what you pay your employees. Whatever you can negotiate, yes, as an employment contract, you get all the money you can, okay? I'm so much for paying millions of dollars a year to employ people. I myself, if I got a job, I'd want to be paid $1 million a year. Isn't that right? Anytime you can get that kind of money, you get that money. But the 501c3 exempt private foundation, pill. It only shows $51 billion as of the end of 2018. Yeah. But you spent about $5 billion, quite a bit of money. Yes. And when you have a net worth of $76 billion, yes, somewhere there's a missing 25 to $50 billion. Could you get me the assets of Bill and Melinda Gates? Because I know you can employ attorney. I want you to understand, Melinda. Yes. As good as you think your attorneys are, I mean, you probably can employ the very best, like $10,000 an hour, maybe $1 million an hour. You pay them a lot of money. When I get my attorneys, yes, I'm going to pay them a commensurate amount of money as what you pay your attorneys. See, the problem is when you think attorneys for a second. It's this idea of all of them have an equal amount of intellect, yes, personal life experience, yes. Now, a lot of attorneys like this idea of Bill and Melinda getting sued right now for contributing any funds, yes, to the violating of my rights, yes, Marilyn and her kids' rights, yes, my parenting rights, yes, and then the terminating of my parenting rights because of the expiration date, yes, and then the violating of the emancipation rights of the minors named. There's like 10 different lawsuits here. Now, Melinda, why don't you go out and get yourself some attorneys right now? Melinda, why don't you get some fucking